We are not recovering well in Eastern Hanover.
The Prime Minister don't busy about Westmoreland, when he lose Westmoreland and Hanover. He not busy with nothing. That the people that will lose their house, if Old Harbour go up in response for it. Nowhere Westmoreland in come down here, and don't do a thing. Look on the road them. Nothing are done to the road them, all about the whole island. Nothing are done to the road them. And the MP they don't have no funds to do it. They have to come from him. So why distribute the funds them and let the road go on?
He says the badly damaged roads pose a threat to taxi and business operators and other motorists. Community members feel forgotten.
Can their vehicle go fix today? Tomorrow it pop down again. One road at Westmoreland. In the certain parish road, but Westmoreland, from White House to Negril, from Hartford to Wiccan, and the surrounding area from Savannah to Grangeville, no road.
The residents used old furniture, appliances, tree trunks, and other large items to block several sections of the roadway, but the blockage was swiftly cleared by police officers. However, they hope their short-lived effort will reap some positive results.
I'm going to be honest with you. The minimum wage could have raised to $1 million a month. It will still not be enough. It will never be enough. There is not enough money that we're making either at the top or the bottom to keep up with inflation. There's absolutely not enough that we're making. I'm just being very honest with you. However, as me say, half a loaf better than none. And with this increase in minimum wage every single year, we're going to start seeing people losing them jobs. It's a reality. Me know people will lose them jobs since minimum wage raise. I never put two and two together. Am I saying that it's a bad thing, that minimum wage increase? No, that's not what I'm saying. People do deserve a better standard of living, but you also have to look at it from a business perspective. These people, are they making enough? Is the company making enough to pay the minimum wage workers? Can they sustain the working class of minimum wage earners? Can they do that? If they can't, they have to start Lego some people. And right now, nobody in the business, if you have 3, 4, 5 pity, because everybody have something to do their money. And then Jamaican street minimum wage, like how them treat low income housing in America, they live on it. No, you're not supposed to. You're supposed to be doing this until you can get something better, and then you make another minimum wage earner come. I know someone you're supposed to do for any more than a year or two. You get what I say? But I understand that people live in a real world, and in a perfect world, everybody would not move up every year, but we live in a real world. Some people have to live on it. But this is the issue. When it increases, you may lose that job. You may, the business may can't pay you, and them say, look here, we just have to leg off some people. And that's real life. That's life for you.
I am very disappointed in the government of Jamaica.
Serious, I can't sorry for police when me say nothing to police. Me is a farmer, and me I come from bush. Me I ask you, please make that one reach anchor. Me I come from bush. Then me have a van, and look me people. So me have in my van, yeah? Me have my spray pan in my van. See? Me have my water boat in my van. Me have 2 pumpkin. Me have 1 pop chow there, so. This is my tool bag. This is my water pump. When you see what me have in my vehicle, remember me tell you now, 2 pumpkin, the pop chow, my tool pan, my water pump, my water boat, and my spray pan. Now the police them stop me. Then say me operate a motor vehicle without green plate and I carry goods. Me get a ticket seat to my people. $3,500. $3,500 my people. And I'm a joke thing me I tell you. You see it? So that means that me a go bush or me a come from bush. Me can't carry my spray pan in my van. Me can't carry my water boat. And if I eat, me I go eat the pumpkin and the pop chow. Me can't carry it. You see it? That me I make you know how serious it gone. So me have in my van there. See it there? The spray pan, the water pump, the water boat, 2 pumpkin and the pop chow. My people, me ask you, please. Tag Anchor in another one. Mr. Anchor. Mr. Anchor, me always watch your video them. Me always I watch a video them. And me I ask my people them. Tag anchor in another one for me. This I get out of hand now. Mr. Andrew Wallace. You need for when we vehicle them a license or the plate them a buy. Every vehicle for buying a green plate. Every vehicle. Every vehicle. White plate to stop make. White plate to stop bunkhead make. A straight green plate for make. Because more want to know how me can carry one water pump and one spray bucket and my water boot and 2 pumpkin in my vehicle. I tell me about green plate. Eh? My people, no treat no reach no doorstep, you know. I see you sitting and going out there, you know. No treat no reach no doorstep, you know. No tweet no reach no doorstep. Like and share and tag anchor in another one for me. Alright?
You know, see, I always talk, you know, and I always say, with politics, Jamaican politics in Jamaica, corruption is rampant on both sides. Now, this garden guy, see, the man used UA to import goods for his private company, so he wouldn't have to pay about $10 million in custom duties and taxes. The same custom duties that they want to change the $100 that we, the citizens, can get without being charged taxes. Anyway, $10 million him use UA. Then the same goods, why him use the UA for to bring in, so he wouldn't have to pay the $10 million. He then sells it back to UA at a profit. So let's say the goods it cost 10 million. You know, duties and so him write off that 10 million. And then him sell back the goods to you for 30 million. What? And them says 4 companies. And it so turns out that basically all 4 companies are somewhat aligned to someone that is in politics in Jamaica. And this man is not going to jail. He's not going to resign. He's not going to be charged. But at the same time, our Prime Minister is saying this. So is it that criminals are just the bad man? Criminals are just people who kill people and rob people and rape? Aren't there laws against things like this, which would make it also a crime? Which the word criminal derives from the word crime? So if you want to clean up Jamaica and make it better, how about you start with yourself? All I want to sit down in a parliament and rub shoulders. Because all I want to know these things. There's no way you can pull this off without people knowing. From the board members are you, they need to go. The hospital, that's why the hospital are the deplorable condition. Because the monies that is supposed to be going back to the hospital and taxpayer, this is where it's going. This is why I can't pay the teacher them and all of that. Because I use exemptions to bring in products for the private entities and then buy them back at 3-4 times the cost. However, I go get no better. All of them are thief. PNP, JLP, all of them are thief. And all of them know about them different thiefings. Every single week a new probe come out about misappropriated funds and money missing and like, bro, it's sickening at this point. It's disheartening. Like, why would we pay taxes? The little $100 exemption when we get, them want to change it because they say, oh, people are breaking down the packages to make sure that each... Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Meanwhile, y'all are sitting tens of millions at a time. Crazy, isn't it?
Time and time I've said it again on this platform that Jamaica Accountable Portable Meter, Jamaica for Justice, National Integrity Action, and all other civil society groups, they hold Jamaica Labour Party members to a higher standard. Let us take, for example, the situation with George Wright, they pressured the government to basically distance themselves from George Wright. They called for George Wright to resign as member of parliament. George Wright didn't. But George Wright had to stay out of the party. Basically, he was a one-man in our parliament because he wasn't allowed to sit with the Jamaica Labour Party. The PMP didn't want to have him on their side. He was a one-man standing in parliament. Now, here we have Dennis Gordon. You know what? You know what our civil society, they have not commented. They have stayed away from it. They have not said nothing about it. But let it be that this was a Jamaica Labour Party member of parliament. I can guarantee you that these civil society group actors, the Michaela Jackson, the Carol Narcisse, right? The Calder, and all of them, the new one now that is over by NIA, all of them will be calling for that member of the Jamaica Labour Party to step down as member of parliament. I bet my last dollar on that would have been their position. But no, them not do that. That's not part of them mandate, that's not part of them policy. And when you challenge them, they come with some nonsense. But hey, we don't normally comment on things like these. These are the things that we focus on. But let it be a Jamaica Labour Party. They will come in from now till the morning and they will put pressure on the government to say, that person need to step aside. Guarantee you.
Feel hard, stop the sun from shining.
Tell somebody to tag CVJ and CVM.
Yeah man, tag up CVM and TVJ there.
And the radio station.
Yeah man, and radio station them and tap up the live man. Alright. Here is the flat car them.
Yes.
Here is the flat car them, alright. Hold it good. Flat cab arrived. The people them serious. That is it. Right, in the necessary stage. Nah, charge away. Yeah, man. So we get another charge.
We're tired. And too much. Can't work. Hungry and Come with me. Somebody tag TVJ.
Yeah.
Come, somebody tag TVJ. Somebody tag TVJ and CV and tell them to tag TVJ and CV. Tell them that. Come and tag TVJ and CVM.
Well, I want to 1 minute after one.
You will work as a child.
Oh, yeah, I made them know what I want. Yeah, man, feel rain now.
No, I select.
Yeah, so we get through one.
No, man. So,
yeah.
Alright, my people, so we have a little update with the Jaii Frais, Javy and Mr. Fallabackerman situation will take place right here. Javy has officially hired big-time, long-time criminal defense attorney in Jamaica, Peter Chapagni or Chapani. I never hear about him before, so if I butcher and chop up his name, it's not intentional. But the fact that Javy hired such a big-time attorney lets you know that charges are on the way. And right now it's a big ball game. big ball game I play right now, is me I say. On his part, that is a good move because him know say him in a problem, so he might a good lawyer. You know what I mean? It makes sense. You can't wrong him for that. You know what I mean? A chess, not checkers. You see me I say? The news what we want to hear from morning is the fact that Javy get charged, but the fact that he draw for an attorney lets you know that the charges are on the way. So if we go and make the process and go and lay away the thing, you know what I'm saying? This man has been practicing law for about 30 years based on the research that I researched before recording this video. And you know him I do. You know what I'm saying? So we just have to go see what go on with it. And, you know, ultimately, we are also away upon the ballistic report. And we are hoping that the injury wasn't caused. The injury that was caused to the innocent bystander was not from the weapon that Jaii Frais fired. And that we are hope, and that we really want. We want here say Javy I get charged, but we also don't want JJ. I'm a son named JJ. We also don't want here say Jaii Frais end up in a problem, you know. But that is it for right now.
Yeah, my peeps, morning to you all, but morning to the creator again. Now I have a message for the people this morning. Yeah, man, the creator give me a message this morning for the first time in my whole entire life. Me ever actually I get a message from God himself. My vision see the Messiah already, you know. Vision see more than one time. But for this morning now, he give me a message. Not forgive anyone, you know. It's a message to me, but me I share it to everyone. Now, my people see me there upon the work. I do my work, right? This morning, early in the morning before I come out, I tell them I wonder what kind of sign this. When I wake up my people, I see light gone, no light no in the house. Right? My peeps, on a belly full dream or nothing. This happened like about 3:30 this morning, because when I pull the phone and check the time at 3:30. Peace, my vision see the Messiah appear to me, but he must speak through somebody to me. It's not me personally, so it's not like say me see him for say alright, see him face there, and this are who attack to me. He must talk through one of my family member them to me. One of my brother them to be specifical, me not go call him name either. So my brother came to me and he must talk to me about something. And me there listen to him. And then the man voice changed completely from the brother we me know, you know, to the Messiah voice. And all me know say are the Messiah talk to me now. People, you see the feeling where the man voice I give me? Me never have that feeling there in my human history yet. As spiritually alone me feel that. Me never feel that physically yet. Me say me feel a piece of peace, love. Me feel like me out of this world. Me can't explain the feeling to you. Me feel like me not in a mortal body when the Almighty Spirit attack to me. And this is the message he give me. He never tell me if he tell nobody, you know. So make me make that clear. But just share my own belief and my own vision with you know. What me see. So when him there reason now, he must say to me, say, Omar, all you need is to show more shit. Like, so it's like, but him call it a different name, right? But he might tell me just to be kind to others. That he might tell me, you know, but him use a word before him use being kind. And then me ask him, say, what it mean? And him say, to be kind. Him say, be kind to others. Always remember to be kind. And you see, when the voice I tell me, say, be kind, people, me tell you, say, it's like me feel riches, me feel success, me feel my body becomes, my body I vibrate upon the ice level. The people, me just feel like me the out of this world. When me start agree with the spirit in our God in our tell me say, be kind, be kind, be kind to others. Just be kind, that's all, just be kind. And it's like the spirit of the Most High cry to me, be kind to others, be kind. People me say, you see, when me wake up, my body not only feel strong, Me spiritually feel stronger. Me feel everything round me shift. When me wake up, people are total darkness. Me wake up in a light. God, no light. My peeps, me never have that feeling there yet. And me I tell you, say, me just I tell you no, me just I share what my vision say we do know. Just be kind, my Jamaican people and people right across the universe. The word of the Almighty said, just be kind to your one another. Be kind to your one another. Be real and kind to your one another. Share with your one another. Help your one another. Word out from the Almighty Creator.
Jamaica, no come here. Jamaican, if you are Jamaican and you are Jamaican descent, anything you have to do with Jamaican, stop what you are doing and come right here and listen this now. You don't know me have facts and me carry receipt every time I come on the... Why? Every time I forward on the screen, yes, me bring receipt. No! You don't know I say, London, England owe Jamaica $18 trillion. Did you know say London owe we $18 trillion Jamaica? Eh? My side we have a video. I want to know. Watch a video with me, alright? Watch it.
Reparation would, at the low end, would cost us billions. At the middle would cost us trillions. And at the top end would cost us probably the entire economy's GDP. And yet we have the UK's representative not say, this is ridiculous. All bad things have happened in the past. We can't have actions every time something wrong has happened on our watch. Instead of that, they say, actually, not a bad point. I tell you what we're going to do. We're going to abstain on this. How on earth could our country abstain with something which could literally wipe out?
Britain owes Jamaica 18 trillion. Here's the math. 18 trillion pounds. That's what Britain owes Jamaica for slavery. Not a guess. Not an exaggeration. The actual calculated cost. Campaigners broke it down. Unpaid labor, stolen resources, generational trauma, economic destruction that still impacts Jamaica today. Let's talk about the labor first. Millions of enslaved Africans worked Jamaica's sugar plantations for free. For centuries. That sugar made Britain the richest empire on earth. They got paid. We didn't. Then there's the resources, land, minerals, timber, coffee, everything extracted and shipped to Britain. Jamaica got nothing, Britain got everything. Now add the generational cost, the trauma, the poverty, the systems designed to keep Jamaica dependent even after independence. Because 1962 didn't erase colonial economic structures, Britain left, the exploitation stayed. And when Jamaica asked for accountability, Britain says move on, focus on the future, stop living in the past. But the math doesn't lie. 18 trillion pounds. That's not living in the past. That's demanding payment for stolen labor and stolen futures. Sam Sharp led a rebellion in 1831 because he heard slavery was ending and plantation owners were hiding it. He fought for freedom and economic justice. Nearly 200 years later, we're still fighting the same fight. Comment the flag if you think Britain should pay.
When will we get this money? 18 trillion pound. Hey, every bumbuckler Jamaican rich. No. Ooh, and when will we get this money? We not get this a bumper rascal. This money we will never see it. Not for a trillion year from now. Jamaican not just, hey, my grand pitney will never see this blood at England. That no. Take it off. This a video don't make sense. And if you don't agree with me, yeah, tell me in the comment section. Please tell me in the comment section if you don't agree with me. Because this one don't make sense. Because who can go England? Who can Jamaica can go England can tell who? Which prime minister from Jamaica can tell England say London owe them and we need our money? Ooh, when? One thing for certain, two things for sure. Sir Jack Fruit Nose, aka Andrew Wellness, not doing that. Sweet Pepper Nose now. Sweet Pepper Nose a puppet. Him not do that. Marky G, no sir. They would have set you up if them tell you if you got talk about the money there. They would have set you up. Marky G, you not play Superman, please, no sir. I mean no Andrew Wellness now look on that. Him already a make way man make. So Jamaican, you see what happen on the ear for yourself. Eh? What we ancestor them been through and where we at now in 2026 with the dictatorship of Andrew Holiness, Juliet Holiness of the Speaker of the House. Does that make sense, Jamaica? Sometimes I'm over here, and these people just feel like I'm over here illiterate talking a lot of garbage, but I know a lot of people know that I make sense. Yes, because at the end of the day, we have seen it. You have 7 parishes were devastated in Jamaica. People need help. People still in a school, in a shelter, and a bag of things are going. And then now, the Prime Minister, him does a fly pan plane go praise wall, and then Israel and Jamaica, the kids them are missing. No, Jamaica fucked up. When will Jamaica stand up? When will my people stand up? When will we unite? When will we unite? Jamaican, when we are going to unite? 18 trillion pound, Hey, every bumbuckler Jamaican rich. Nobody not tell me nothing. We are not for sale no more. We can't pay every debt any country. Right now, Jamaica, Jamaica, Dubai. Me blood clear. Dubai, Jamaica. Hey, how old heap of money that is? Hey, you see, if London, England ever made a mistake and say that they are going to give Jamaica that money, Jesus Christ. Every single Jamaican is a billionaire in a Jamaica. Yeah, everyone away. Cause no government can get this money, if England figure we, if London, England figure with this blood clot, no government can get. Hey, me say at them time, them know say Jamaica got turn upside down. 18 trillion pound. Who do think a little bit of money that? Hey, who do think a little bit of blood clot money that? 18 trillion pound. Hey, if London, England ever go say yes, we are going to pay them. And it is true. We need to pay these people because we have gained so much from them. Nothing we give back to these people. We are going to pay them now. Jesus Christ, may I go back to Jamaica. Sorry. Because one thing we certain, 2 things we sure. We don't need. Hey, one thing me I tell you to say. Hey, Jamaican would have been the safest island. Because every mama bumbuckler Jamaican would are rich. Everyone we call once we are Jamaican, we have to get that the trillion, we would not forget that the money there. And no Prime Minister, nobody could thief that. No. We the citizens of the country, we would have break it down and everybody get it. Listen, every single Jamaican, I get them feed them fear share out of that the money there. You don't think of quack money that London and England owe we? Jesus Christ is serious. My side, who don't know me already? Jesus Christ, me not set up my body. This video is for entertainment purpose only. Like, share, follow me. This video is for entertainment purpose only. Yes, me blood clot. If London, England never say yes, give them money. Because we enslave them and we're rich now, we can pay them back. Blood clot, Jamaica, we will have a zillion here down at that blood clot. Hey, my side, if I fuck me attack, gonna tell me man in the comment section. Jesus Christ. Hey, like, share, follow me. I will find more video like this. Jesus Christ, it's serious. Hey, London, please, think about it here. Please, King Charles or what you want to name. Think about it. I would love for this video to go viral. I would love for this one to go very viral. Like, real viral. Because why? I would love London to see this. Hey, you can't tag it to you. Hold on a London friend. Hey, every Jamaican who tag this, make you reach England to blood clot. Please. And London, me want this reach right to England. Yes. Me, Jesus Christ, it's serious. Yes, I would ask the king to please give us the money. Yes, we deserve it. And I would ask for it. I'm not demanding it. I'm asking for it. Because we don't got no nuclear, we can't defend ourselves. No, Jamaica, no. Alright, my side, don't know me already. This video is for entertainment purpose only. Again, like, share, follow me. Yeah, man, follow me. Jesus Christ, it's serious.
Did you know that Jamaica has a sex offenders registry? And at that registry is a register. And in that register are the names of all the persons convicted of sexual offenses in Jamaica. This registry was established in 2014. Did you know that?
Hey, you know, so every day people see me and ask me why I left the force. And one of the most popular reasons I because I never want to go to prison. Simple as that. And one of the main reasons why I never want to go to prison is because of them school youth here. Because to the amount of video what me I say, where police, where after all and pull and them students all are drape up police. They can imagine me got training. I'm there road I try protect and serve. I want school youth 15, 16 year old a drape me up. I don't know how me deal with that situation there. But all me know, chances of me going to prison would be like 100%. Me I tell you, I could do it. I could manage. Cause I be a big man I go to school. I be a bad man I go to school. What if me I drive past some of them and them I take slow for drive cross road and wind on the window. And the boy look for me and go so. I'm just shake my head.
The man is 82-year-old. And the police did the man so. Officer, you're wrong. If you ever put your hand on the man tooth, you're not supposed to put your hand on the man again. Because the man is a disabled, a special needs. The man is 80. The man for defend himself against you, strong, tough man. All if I want criminal and catch me on video do that, me I talk brawling, you're wrong. Because me myself as a gangster now did that elder process. So you have to know if you did them, brother, because sometimes they just say something and they just chat. But you have to do them with grace. Because they're disabled and can't defend themselves, bro. So what you going to say? Me have police for me have police charge. I mean I tell you straightforward, you're wrong, G. You're wrong. And the people me afraid to talk and not be biased and not be this and not be that. What sense you make in a society and you can't talk for what's right, bro? How it will get better? If everybody keep quiet, how it will get better? Eh? You're afraid of this and you're afraid of that. Brother, you have to stand up for something. Or the world is supposed to run in a chaos. You have to stand up for something. You have to stand up for something. You have to live for something. What do them people, brother? A foolish, G. I mean, I tell you straight, a foolish, you see me? So anything you have to go through for what you do, you have to just go through it, G. Because a big foolish you do. Straight.
In case you didn't know, Jamaican beaches are under attack. The local residents of Jamaica are not able to visit their local beach, just the way that we would in the United States. You can't just drive up to a beach and expect to sit there with your family and enjoy the sun, sea, and sand. It doesn't work like that for the Jamaicans in Jamaica. That being said, we need to stand up for their rights. We need to stand up for the local residents of Jamaica, the people on the ground. These people deserve the right to their land. They deserve the right to their sea. They deserve to have their culture preserved and protected. If you are in Jamaica this weekend, please head over to Mommy Bay in St. Anne's. Join us in the protest that goes against the new beach policy. Jamaicans will no longer be silenced. It's time to stand up and it's time to preserve the culture. Stand for something or fall for anything. One Jamaica.
The Prime Minister of Jamaica came out this week in solidarity with Cuba, saying that Jamaicans stand with them in light of the U.S. blockade causing a humanitarian crisis in Cuba. And obviously the U.S. didn't like that because it's a power trip for them. They feel like, you know, they always get to have a say of what other countries decide about their foreign policy, and they get to dictate that. So this Congress guy, he comes out today and he says, you're going to pay for this, Jamaica. You better watch yourself. And all I've got to say is, one, I have been in the same room as the Prime Minister of Jamaica. I know people who know him really well. I've worked with an organization he's worked with very closely. He seems to be a pretty solid dude. I know every politician has their own thing and like drama, whatever, but seems to be a smart guy, a good guy. And all I've got to say is, Jamaicans, do your thing, man. Do not mind us. I'm sorry on behalf of this, because you can run your own country. We can't. We clearly are struggling over here. This guy has no idea what he's doing with his buddies running our country. Clearly, it's not working out very well. So why would you take advice from us? You know, keep doing your thing. Keep vibing. One love.
Jaii Frais and 450 come to the front of the line. Who know me come out? Thank you, Father. We all know that. If you not behave yourself front line, call them out. Good morning to all of my beautiful ladies on the doing this morning. Big up on yourself. Pan the money man, no say me and the man pan the internet, me general them. Big up on yourself. Thank you, Father, for waking me up this morning. And thank you for waking up every of them. You know, that's a code. God, but before me come on and tell you, sit my boss, me have a nice weekend. Lord God. Lord God. Hear me this morning, I know. This morning, me I go address Jaii Frais and 450 situation. By now, some man here say, gunshot ring out. Hear me this morning at some event where all of them did there. Hear me. This is what me have for 450 and the entourage. Me have a question for you. When you go box Jaii Frais and we work with allegedly,
when you no go box Jaii Frais, what you no think that happen? Make that season and a spirit for a second. Because when you no go box him, I no go page him. You understand? If Jaii Frais did get boxed down, and that's all happen, you know that mash up the youth career. Listen to me now. One of you understand, say, Jaii Frais is a podcaster, and then give them opinion just like any other blogger. That no go to the right for roll up on people and shot them box. But here we don't expect. Me I wonder if we don't see the gas pump situation. You understand? When the girl roll up on the pump and what the next girl doing. So now we roll up on Jaii Frais. And Jaii Frais say, touch me now. And then you touch him and a bullet. Me there. When you touch the man and a bullet. Hear me this morning now. Then say allegedly, Jaii Frais disarmed Javy. You understand? Then say 3 of them get shot, allegedly. Or Jaii Frais get graced by the bullet. You understand? But then say Javy get shot and somebody else get shot. Hear me this morning now. You see, one of you understand, say, you know, artists. I mean, I want none of you feel like, say, you know, exempt from this big word, exempt. Lord God. Me no want none of you feel like you know exempt from this. You see, when you go places with you know entourage, you know need to keep you know entourage in check. And listen to me. If you know a big artist or know an artist, is public opinion the internet they have to wall away. That not going to be right. If a man speak on your career, if you don't like it, go build music and diss him. You know pull up on him and know a pop off this and a pop off that and ready for landman box. Because someone don't have picking a big so who know how to order. But here one don't expect. Right now, Jaii Frais I go come out of this situation as a hero. Trust me, now in podcast I go even win more. Because nothing I don't take Jaii Frais for hear that, I don't take him for punk. But now in this psalm, you know, I'm going to bullet. Lord God. Now in this psalm, you know, I'm going to bullet. You understand? So all I know, where sometimes you know, see some little simple people sit down and I feel like you know, can diss them or anywhere spot you know, see them, you know, I deal with them crab it. Remember, when you know I dig grave, dig 2, no dig 1. Because remember, when you know I go to war, you know I have to expect anything. You understand? So here what me I say to you. 450 as a big artist. You know say, Jaii Frais probably say certain things on the podcast you know like. Probably about fall off. You do a song and say, you know suck pussy like Jaii Frais. You understand? Jaii Frais must say on him podcast. Say better you did say. Indian batty or lick batty. Something like that. Why? But hear me now. Everybody has their opinion. It's a podcast. My boss, you're a big artist. You make money. You don't have millions. You don't make no ego, trick you know. And you go overboard. And feel say you don't make money. You can't disrespect anybody. But when you think about it too, if people talk about the government and the government send for them, if the leader not lead, so who are going to follow? Lord God. You hear me, man? Yo, no behave on yourself, youth. You understand? Too much violence. You know, if you tap you and come down and you have money, someone will take on people them out of poverty. Tap the foolishness. Remember me tell you no. But people, tell me one thing about the Jaii Frais and 450 situation. One frontline boss, never 2. Anything after me, and knock off. That's a code.
There is something in Jamaica that is happening right now that we're not talking about enough as a nation. Watch the video and when I come back we talk about it.
We want to know what is the root of our problems today. It is the bad policies of the PNP in the 1990s.
If we're going to have a history lesson, we must just do it honestly.
Finsac was a homegrown domestic crisis wholly caused by the PNP, for which we are now only just recovering. Our debt to GDP prior to the advent of the Finsac crisis was 72%. The government at the time established Finsac to bail out the collapsed financial institutions.
So now that you have watched that and have seen what I have seen, let me ask a question to all of you and also everybody that currently is a sitting member of parliament. When will we move on from what has happened in the past to start trying to fix what is happening now onwards to the future? When will we do that? You know, this all this ranting about Finsac only happened because Julian Robinson called out the Prime Minister for saying back in 2015 that he condemns the PNP government to take out any money out of NHT to patch the budget for any reason, because NHT money should be used on the people that is throwing NHT or that is contributing to NHT, right? And now he had to go on a whole rant about what happened in 1997. Finsac was 1997. And all of a sudden, all their problems that they're currently having is still being blamed on Finsac. No, I'm not saying that Finsac wasn't a horrible time. At that time, I was very young, so I didn't really know what is going on, but I did my research and I learned what it was. And I come to realize that it was horrible. And what happened in that time, you know, a lot of people lost their properties, lost a lot of assets and all of that stuff. Yes, we understand. But it has been almost 3 decades since that has happened. And yet still, we are still dwelling on this. Every problem that arises will still go back to Finsac. When will we move forward and stop blaming things that happened way in the past for our current failure? Because when it's still a fail. And I like when I blame Finsac and we see what I do. Because the same thing that you said you weren't going to do and that you condemn, you come back and do it. So, because somebody called you out on your BS, you're upset and start to go on a whole rant, waste how much people time. I talk about Finsac. It doesn't wipe out the fact that you condemned the PNP government for taking money out of NHC and I come to the same. It doesn't change the fact. We need to move away from this blame game, right? And I encourage it in the parliament. Hold him accountable to the words that they are saying out of their mouth, because he did not know that his words would come back to bite him. After all this time, you said that in 2015, now it's 2026, and look at that digital footprint, it's always there. I don't want to hear nothing about no Finsac. Finsac is dead and gone. Move on. Tell me why we in this predicament after you have been in power for 10 years and we're in this predicament where you have to be taking money from the poor, because I really and truly poor people depend on NHT the most. You understand? So you're going to be taking money from the poor for patching a budget, as you know say. You understand? After getting $6.7 billion US already, plus the money them we want to get from the donation website we not hear nothing about, plus the other donations from UK and all of the other countries, Switzerland and Canada and all of the other people. Cayman Island was sending no money. Everybody was sending no money. We all know we not hear nothing about that. You understand? But don't want to come talk about Finsac again. Like, I am not a PNP defender and I'm not defending PNP because I am not. I've never voted. But at the end of the day, I am sick and tired of this back and forth about Finsac. Let it rest. It's old news. Now, leave your comments in the section. But if you think I am right or I am wrong for what I have just said, and let me know. And definitely follow me so you can be a part of all discussions.
We are not recovering well in Eastern Hanover. As it relates to the roofs program, I believe a more comprehensive assessment must be done for it to make sense. A number of persons would have left their communities to find shelter after the hurricane. So I am appealing to the minister to extend that period and continue to do some assessment. There is a lack of communication and dissemination of information when it comes on to the general public. And I can cite instances. Miss Angela from Claremont in Sandy Bay Division went down to Lucia to the launch of the roofs program. She posed on stage with a $500,000 check. You can find her picture on the Prime Minister's page. Miss Angela's home fell to the ground. Her shop fell to the ground as well. But let's focus on her home. Miss Angela received $200,000. Miss Angela went to the office in Lucia, the NIS office in Lucia. She was not helped. There must be a better way. There has to be a way to assist persons. If an error is made, there must be a way for it to be corrected. It can't be, we can't help you, nothing can be done, go to your member of parliament's office. Another situation with regards to the roofs program, a lady from Chester Castle, she lost her cell phone. She went to the office, she got no help at all. That lady turned up to my office in tears. We must do better. As it relates to the schools in Eastern Hanover, all 3 high schools have been damaged. No work has started as yet. At Noculva Technical, we have students from grade 9 to 11 attending for 5 days, grade 7 to 9. They're alternating 2 days, 2 and 3 days weekly. Mount Ward School does not exist anymore. School is being kept in a church hall. Hopewell High, no repair has been done. Merlin Otti, no repair has been done. I am appealing to the Minister of Education to come on the ground in Eastern Hanover and do it with urgency. We need your attention in Eastern Hanover. With regards to the shelters, we still have 19 persons in shelters in Eastern Hanover, but we are deeply concerned as the hurricane season is around the corner and over 90% of our shelters are still damaged.
We're asking that the government relook at this decision to close the roofs assessment database. We are deep rural constituents. And therefore, when a hurricane strikes and your home is destroyed, you can't stay there. So the Ministry of Labor can't say, we went to your house and you weren't there. Of course we weren't there. There's no house. Of course we weren't there. We have to be catching with a neighbor. Of course we weren't there. We work in the city. Deep rural constituencies require more care and a better understanding of how we operate. We need a town crier to come into the communities to announce the dates when these representatives from the Ministry of Labor and Social Security is coming around so we can make ourselves available. We also require posters to be printed. They do it when it is politics time. Print some posters, put it on the shop phaser, put it on the light poles so people can know where they can get relief. And for God's sake, please stop directing constituents from the NIS office to the MPs, knowing fully well the MPs cannot assist them with their housing repair. That is the roofs program. Like MP Perkis, I was asked to invite 3 constituents to the symbolic check handing over ceremony, which was held at the West Jamaica Conference in Mount Salem nearly 2 months ago. And if you go on that page, there's a gentleman from my constituency, his name, we call him Manawal. Manawal was cheesing with me and the minister with a check saying $500,000. I asked Manawal to come with me that day and to help the minister to show that the program is working. And we went in good faith. Manawal has not even received a text message up to this point to confirm whether or not he'll be getting that check, or if he should have just taken the cardboard sign and taken that to the hardware.
Eastern Westmoreland is where Hurricane made landfall, and we're still having quite a bit of challenges. The main issue of concern at this point in time, I would say, is still around shelter. We have quite a bit of our constituents who are still residing in unacceptable conditions. I went to a community by the name of Haiti recently with a group that was making a donation. And one of the residents spoke to the condition in which he is living. And what he has to do is to use a tarpaulin, and the back of it to prevent some of the wind from coming in is actually the side of a grave. That's the reality as to how persons are still living within the constituency. The roof program, as outlined by the government, has not benefited everyone that is affected as yet. I'm still hopeful that those who remain without any level of assistance will receive the assistance in due course. And the way in which it is structured is causing quite a bit of heartache as well. Because the fact that only selected hardwares were chosen has caused some of my constituents, for example, from Betterton, who have to go all the way to Savannah Lamar to get the supplies. They have actually spending about 80 to 100,000 in transportation costs. So let's imagine that you've received the 500,000 because you also sold it in the store. But because we did not select a hardware in Betterton or one elsewhere in Eastern Westmoreland, you have to go all the way across the parish. The transportation cost to bring the goods to where they live has caused them to be losing about 80 to 100,000 out of the sum. That could otherwise go to the building material. For persons who were told that they could use this first $75,000 to do other things, like pay school fee or buy furniture or whatever it is, those persons have had to travel to Montego to the remittance companies to try and get the funding from those remittance companies. And that, as you have seen in the media, has been nothing short of chaotic. I've had the discussions with the minister about us having at least one location in each constituency, preferably if you could have one location for the hardware in each division, electoral division. And obviously there are several other remittance companies that are there that you could use that will prevent these persons from traveling all that way. The second issue is that of businesses. To date, we've gotten some assistance through factories for businesses in the White House. But the rest of the constituents, almost all of the small businesses were decimated. And those persons have not received any assistance at all. And that to me is also unacceptable. Because to get these persons independent, where they can fend for themselves and take care of their families, you would want to restore their livelihood as well. And those persons have not received any assistance. In terms of infrastructure, the roads were totally devastated in the constituency. I heard an announcement of a post-hurricane road program for $1.3 billion. And $500 million out of it was to be spent in Kingston and St. Andrews. Right? And the area in which you have the major devastation was less than $100 million. We have not received any allocation for road repair in Eastern Westmoreland. Some of the areas are impassable still, and you still have areas where it is, as you've seen in Bluefields, you have areas where there is significant compromise of the roads, which is also affecting even JP's ability to restore electricity. And as I segue to JP's, we have 7,912 total customers in the constituency. 4,073 customers currently have electricity, 3,839 customers don't. So roughly 50% of the customers in the eastern Westmoreland still don't have electricity. 6 months? 6 months, approaching 6 months after the hurricane.
Let me start with the roofs program, because every single day we get numerous calls about what is happening. And even this morning on my way here, I spoke to 3 persons who had 3 different situations. One person was assessed physically, along with persons in her community but still have not heard anything, so wanted to know what's happening. Another person who called was not assessed physically, but they came into the community, took her information and said they would come back, and no one has came back. And there was this other person who was not assessed any at all, but has been to the NIS office on numerous occasions and was told she just has to wait until they come into the community. These are serious situations that we're having, because after 6 months, I've still not been able to pick up the pieces after such a devastating hurricane. And they are frustrated because they don't know what is really happening with regard to the government assistance. And this is the only substantial program that has been implemented. And the fact is the majority of persons have not been able to receive assistance. And even those who have, the assistance is still inadequate with regards to the type of damage that they got to their houses. Dayton spoke about the cash grant where persons have to travel all the way to Montego Bay, and that has been frustrating again for the residents who have suffered in Hurricane Melissa, because what they have gone through, they should not have to be going through this note just to get the assistance that they totally deserve. The shelter issue is also another major issue, especially at the Petersfield shelter in central Westmoreland, where we still have 41 residents, which include 12 children. I was there on Sunday and again yesterday to visit the residents to hear what they're saying. And the major issue they're having is communication, because the fact is the government has made so many promises since the passage of the hurricane to them that has not been fulfilled up to today. The last thing we have heard is that by the 8th of May, they should be moving them to suitable locations. But they are disheartened because every time they hear something, it has not come through. So we're really hoping that this comes through. But the area that they have designated to put these houses, we have not seen much work being done in that area. So I'm really wondering if this May 8th deadline is actually realistic. But I'm hoping and praying that it really works out. And another issue we're having is that, as I said, with communication, even with myself, the ministry personnel came down, toured the sites, and not even the common courtesy to invite the member of parliament, who the people are calling every day, to at least have that part of communication where we can liaise and let persons know what is happening. And I think that is unacceptable. But what is really bothering everybody is the condition that the persons are living in. And when you visit the shelter, it's really disheartening. You really pray and wonder what will happen to these persons. But we're really hoping that this May 8th deadline doesn't pass. And we're also asking the minister to really think about the persons who left the shelter, because persons who would have given, they have given certain ultimatums to leave the shelter at different times. Not everybody stayed, some people left. But if you visit the communities, you see people under tents, literally, because they had to leave the shelter because they thought they would have been thrown out. So they left, but some of them are living in really deplorable conditions. So what I'm saying, the ministry has the information because you took the information from these persons. So if you need help to go and find them, you can also contact me because we know where they are. But persons who have left the shelter, we're also asking to remember them when the housing solutions are being provided.
There is something that the Jamaican government should have done a long time ago. The Jamaican government should have partnered with the BRICS alliance a long time ago. And here is why. But before I get into it, if you don't know the face, greetings. The name is Nave and you have entered the chat. Welcome. To officially become a member, please just go ahead and click the plus sign over here and like this video. Thank you. If I was the Prime Minister, I would be sprinting. I'm talking about bolt sprinting to join the BRICS alliance. And here are my reasons why. we would not need to no longer heavily depend on the US dollar and the US economy to secure our economic future. BRICS is developing their own currency and their own financial system that will allow their members to bypass only trading in USD and will also prevent fluctuation in currencies when trading. It is full time we realize the real problem is the USA. For far too long, one country has been given too much power and they have abused it to the point that they have even turned their back on their own biggest allies. We would be in better company for greater trading deals. BRICS nations control over 40% of the world's purchasing power. Why? Well, that's because they produce more and they trade smarter. Citizens in these nations live a way better life because costs stay low. And it is all because of one mindset. And that is, you produce what you can and strategically trade for what you can't. For Jamaica, this would simply mean we would cut costs, strengthen trade, save millions, and generate billions. BRICS doesn't dictate who you decide to do business with. There's no political pressure nor interference. Their core principle is sovereignty. Every country runs their own affairs. As long as you honor your commitment, you are free to trade globally. And a prime example of this is Brazil. Brazil is one of their biggest players. However, they still have major trading deals with the US and Canada, and that doesn't affect their membership because BRICS is about cooperation, not control. We would be better secured, protected, and supported under the BRICS alliance. Time and time again, the US has shown and proven to be the ultimate aggressor, sanctioning and starting wars with countries who decide not to kneel to their will and demands, while BRICS has not interfered with internal affairs, while still coming to the rescue of their allies. We see them do it with Venezuela, where they provided military intelligence and artillery support. The same thing for Iran, and they also provided Cuba with humanitarian support. They have proven themselves to be way more loyal to their allies and friends. I'm not here to tell you that BRICS is perfect, as they're far from it, because those leaders demand loyalty, no question. But let's talk facts. The alliance that preaches democracy and freedom has a long track record of pressure, control, and forcing their will on sovereign nation. And when you put both track records together from G7 and BRICS, you will really see who is the real dictator. Alongside that, if you ask majority of the citizens from these so-called dictatorship countries, they will tell you that life is way more stable and manageable and way more cost-effective than before. So for me, this isn't about becoming communist or socialist. Jamaica doesn't need that. It's about the mindset, producing more and protecting your people. Because leadership is not about the label or the title. It's about the result. To tell you the truth, if I could speak Mandarin, I'm gonna go live in China. My question to you is, do you think Jamaica should join the BRICS alliance? Leave your answers in the comment section and don't forget to follow to be a part of all discussions.
Wagwan, beautiful people of Jamaica. Thank you so much for your support. And my good people, in today's video, according to the title, you already feel what we're gonna talk about. So, guys, I want you to imagine this. Like we've always known Jamaica to be a nation for strength, for culture, for resilience, and then all of a sudden you get to see and watch and listen to Jamaicans saying we have had enough, we are tired. So at the moment, across the entire Jamaican island, a lot is happening, and there is a growing feeling of frustrations, of neglect, and for many people, I will say they feel betrayed by the government. So We have people complaining about poor housing. People are complaining about broken roads or poor roads and or bad roads. And also we are seeing workers from West Indies University protesting because of unpaid salaries. So the citizens of Jamaican islands, they are questioning the leadership and also the corruption that is happening in the country. Remember, corruption will always take you back. It will never take you forward and grow in any way. So today, I want us to talk deeply about what Jamaicans are saying. We are actually, I know that you've listened to the entire clips. It's raw, it's unfiltered, and it is real, guys. Those are genuine people's emotions, genuine emotions from Jamaicans. So many Jamaicans are speaking out about poor housing. They are speaking out about deteriorating infrastructure, and they are also talking about communities whereby roads are actually impassable. The drainage also is becoming a problem. The housing conditions have never ever improved for years. I mean, years in, years out. And that takes me to one question like, housing, who is supposed to do the housing in Jamaica? Because when people talk about housing, for us in Africa, you know, you build your own house, you maintain your own house, and of course we have these government houses that are way affordable. Those are always meant to be maintained by the government because the money is paid to them, but we never see any improvement done there. And then when you hear Jamaicans complaining about poor housing, then I don't know what they were really meaning, because what I know is that housing is a project, is an individual project, a family project, not a government project in most third world countries. So, I mean, this frustration is so simple to understand. Like, how is it that people are paying taxes and then they are seeing poor roads, they are seeing the medical facilities, they are not well equipped, no medicines, there are unpaid salaries? I mean, where do these taxes go to at the end of the day? Okay, I understand that, you know, it's not even about luxury. It's not about that. It's about dignity at the end of the day. You know, when people get to have safe homes, when people or Jamaicans get to experience good roads, you know, they'll feel like their system is working. But if they are experiencing everything bad, you know, they'll feel like, you know, the system is not working at all. And you know, recently we've been seeing a lot of accidents in Jamaican roads, and that is of course linked to poor roads, bad roads. So people are seeing slow progress, and I think most of them were expecting at least a progress that is kind of faster. There is this issue of minimum wage that is always talked about year in, year out, and they always talk about it being increased. But after it has been increased, you'll notice that it's just like a little bit, not like they increase the minimum wage like to be way better. But at the end of the day, you listen to Jamaicans talking about this issue, because, you know, minimum wage has been a major topic of debate for so many years, and many workers in Jamaica, they feel that they earn really, really low, like their work doesn't really match with the salary that they get, and hence, you know, it's not going to match with the cost of living. At the end of the day, you know, what you're paid should also match the cost of living. You should be able to afford, you shouldn't be in a position whereby you still struggle to afford meals, housing, medical, you know. So the food prices have gone up, and that is because the fuel, the gas has gone up, and also we are seeing the rent is up. I mean, so many things are going up, but the wages, they are constant. They are not going anywhere. It's just there, but everything is going up, and of course that's never fair. It's never ever fair. So Jamaicans are asking a very good questions like, how do you survive? I mean, it's a matter of survival at the end of the day, right? it's not just about economics, it's about fairness at the end of the day. So corruption is something that is eating the economy of third world countries, because corruption is so deep in these countries, and the people that are really suffering in this case is the normal citizens, those that live averagely. So it's this is where the emotions really intensify, because any corruption that happens at any level of the government, it affects everybody, because at the end of the day, that money that was lost in that direction is still going to be paid by the citizens of Jamaica. So you'll pay for something that you didn't even benefit from, but if it could have gone to good road, to a good school, to a good hospital, then we will feel proud and not even feel the heart of paying it. So there is a growing belief among the Jamaican people that corruption within its leadership is holding the country back, not just Jamaica but around the world. So we have this particular politician called Dennis Gordon, who has come up in conversations as an example tied to controversy and distrust. And the message from from the internet is that if leadership is not accountable, then progress will always be delayed, which is very, very true. I support that and I agree with that. So for many people or for many Jamaicans, they feel that Jamaica may not improve anytime soon. It's gonna slow down, and that is because of lack of accountability. The leadership are involved in corruption, and there'll be slow growth of the economy, there'll be slow growth of the people, the living standard will remain like that or go down, and people are mad. They are very mad. Look even at the universities protest. Imagine you go to work for like 3 months and then the government is not paying you, and they know that you're supposed to be eating, you're supposed to take your children to school, you're supposed to pay rent. I mean, what is wrong, honestly speaking? So such institutions are meant to represent progress, and when you see them facing problems, it tells you a lot. So workers at the University of West Indies, they are protesting. They protested over unpaid salaries. So this is something that has really shocked the world. It has really shocked us, because what is happening, because before you move into 2026, you must have budgeted for it. Where did the money go? You have to budget for it, right? Where did the money go? Anyway, my good people, if you see that lecturers and the staff of the university are not paid, what does that tell you about the system? Oh my God, terrible, right? So this issue raises a very, very big question about priorities and financial management within the leadership and the government of Prime Minister Andrew Holness. I saw someone saying that the Prime Minister is only the Prime Minister for the political party, not the Prime Minister for Jamaica. And it got me wondering, like, what? Anyway, let's talk about this particular musician called Jaii Frais. I hope I really pronounced it well. But anyway, people are proud of him. So many Jamaicans are celebrating voices of Jaii Frais, whose music resonates deeply with everyday happenings, with everyday struggles, with everyday realities. When a musician comes out and composes a song that relates with what you do every day, then people, they will receive you like open-heartedly. They will receive you openly. They will play challenges. They will sing about it, because when they listen to your songs, they learn something. And of course, time like this, you see so many artists become the voice of the people, and that's exactly what is happening. They are becoming the voice of the people by using their platforms, by composing songs that resonates with what is happening. So there is this guy that we watched his video. He was talking about some issues that he was going through with his family, and I can tell you that this is another emotional moment that is shaking the island. So his final words were he posted his final words before he was unalived. So for many people around the world, and even for Jamaicans, this was not just news, it was a deep personal message that it exposed like what was happening, what was behind the scenes. And when this particular story exploded, they now understood like, anyway, it sparked conversations about life, about violence, about the realities that many young people face at the end of the day. And again, you saw Jamaicans asking like, what is being done to change these conditions of violence in Jamaica? Remember, there's some time back, the Prime Minister Holness, he really supported and empowered the military and the police in Jamaica, so that at least they can provide a safe environment for the people of Jamaica. So Hurricane Melissa happened like 6 months ago, and people are now talking like 6 months later, like what's happening as conditions improved. And I can tell you that, oh my God, some people are still struggling 6 months later, and that is not good at all. So, I mean, homes are not fully repaired. Families are still recovering 6 months later. Aid is not reaching everyone equally, and that tells you a lot. So the frustration is growing because, disasters don't end when headlines fade. At the end of the day, that's what you need to understand. And honestly, we need to understand this. They need support. If you are somewhere outside there, you actually support them, guys, support them. So when Jamaicans say that they feel betrayed, it's not coming from anywhere. It's not just from anywhere. It's coming from the daily experiences and the struggles with housing, the economic pressure, the questions about leadership, the feeling that progress isn't really where it's supposed to be heading. But at the same time, these people are resilient. We have culture. There are voices that are rising louder and louder than ever, and they are passing these messages on behalf of the people. So will those voices actually be heard? We listen to them, to the clips, we have reacted, but are they going to be heard? Thank you so much. Kindly let me know what you think about this video, and I'll see you in the next video, same time. Bye bye.